You hear that? That's the sound of the test of the emergency broadcast system. I've heard tell that the U.S. is ramping up its military presence here on the Korean Peninsula. And there are the air raid sirens. I haven't heard an air raid siren drill for quite some time. So, what a kickoff to the nightly Newsfeed Wrap-Up, June 5th morning makeup edition. It's very prolonged. There we go. Oh, usually it goes up and down a few times. This time it pegged out and then took a nosedive. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna start this morning by reading something I posted at Jimstone Forum this morning. www.jimstonefreelance.com if you want the real scoop on Fukushima and a lot of other things as well. Please check out Jim's website and his groundbreaking reports. He is a man of honor and a genius to boot. And he has a nice forum where people are discussing a lot of interesting things and trading ideas and information and intelligence. I posted this on a discussion. This thread, people are trying to isolate the original source of evil. And this is my insight based on my own experience that I won't get into, but here goes. God created creation. He had these impressive but robotic beings called angels. They were prototypes. They could get work done mightily well, but they weren't complete. Then he created us. He was really proud because by introducing man into creation, he had introduced the element of free will. He had injected a bit more of his essence into the mix. Even the robotic angels acquired free will, but man was still superior in some respects. God said to the angels, "Hey, look, man, look at him," and bow down. Averaging from different things I've heard, roughly a third of the angels refused to bow. And one of them, Lucifer, stood with middle finger firmly extended. "Not only will I not bow to that," he spat, "but I will turn it against you. In fact, I will turn this whole creation against you. I will subjugate and subvert the lot. I will turn everything on its head. By the time I am done with them," meaning us, "they will have none of your precious free will. They will be robots serving me." That's what Lucifer said. God said, "Bring it on. Don't let the door hit you on the way out." There has been war ever since. That was the beginning. What the elite don't understand is this. Even if they get what they want, a technocratic feudal society, Lucifer will devour them. Lucifer hates free will and the autonomy it engenders, and he hates it in them too. He plans to gobble them up in the end. In the end, he will start gobbling himself out of madness. Now, this next part touches on some statements that I've been making recently about watching your meme feed and keeping yourself on a track for a positive future, because the mind is much more powerful than you may realize. God created a multivalent multiverse. It has timelines, multiple outcomes. God is very generous. Lucifer can have what he wants, and those who want to get gobbled by him can go along. But I don't have to participate. That is the magic of free will. Even if I die for the determination, I'm not going to go that way. I'm heading into a new Cambrian explosion of man's potential to restore the earth, to bring it back to God, to reestablish Eden. If you follow God, you will go with God. If you are led astray by Lucifer, you will go with Lucifer. So follow God, go with God. It's pretty simple at the end of the day. That's what I see, and that's what I have to say on that. So I'm just going to go on into rents.com and comment on a few things. Oh, by the way, I retroactively posted June 1st wrap-up. I was kind of like rambling that night, and you can take your guesses as to why, but it was a magical night for me, and so I did a news feed wrap up, and I was like, well, I'll try again, and then I got off track, and so I'm just going to be posting a sequence of videos that I made that night, so that you can kind of take the journey with me. So that one's not done yet. I'll be posting some more videos from that night as I go along. Okay, time, 7 minutes, okay. Rents. Well, I haven't checked in with Rents for a while, so, you got the usual, Fukushima scare feed here. What's been coming out from Jim Stone is that, and he provides the numbers and math and you know, hard information to back what he says. And he says that at reactors 1, 2, and 3, the radiation is so bad, it's so far beyond a Chernobyl that if if you walk into one of those reactor core areas, you'd be dead in maximum 15 seconds. He talks about sieverts and microsieverts, and I can see that he knows what he's talking about, and there's math involved, and yeah, it would kill you in 15 seconds max. But reactor 4 is a completely different story. So if you're interested in learning about that, go to jimstonefreelance.com, check it out, check out the forum. A Facebook crime every 40 minutes. Facebook tries to bring under 13s into its control. I started using Facebook in the last little while, and what I have to say about that is that I think that they produce, the same people that are behind Facebook produce the Facebook scare stuff. Yeah, they do. It is an information vacuum. Yeah, they are meticulously recording your every click, your every like, your every unlike. That's true. I don't know what it's going to do for them at the end of the day, but at the same time, I see that Facebook can be used against them. And it's much more difficult to micromanage content on Facebook than on, say, YouTube. So naturally, they might want to, the people who are awake and aware enough to spread unwelcome information on Facebook are the same people they want to scare away from Facebook. You get it? So be fearless. Use Facebook. Use it to spread info. I do. I do it with impunity. Gotta fight now. Because if you hide in a corner and you don't get out there and fight, then they're going to get you in the end anyway, if you let it happen. So, you know, fuck this Facebook scare shit that I see coming out from Rents and other places. Fuck it. Get up there and speak your mind. Share info. Turn it against them. Use it against them. This next one is kind of funny. China mocks new U.S. $7 billion stealth destroyer. China really, they have a different way of going about things. Suddenly they just come out, they'll be very diplomatic and restrained and soft-spoken, and they'll just come out and they'll just whip out their dick and just piss on something and just mock it. New stealth destroyer really sucks. This is from Russia Times. This is the headline from Russia Times. New stealth destroyer really sucks. China mocks America's $7 billion Navy acquisition. And what they're basically saying is true. America's Navy is obsolete. Iran has missiles that would destroy it in a matter of minutes. That's no exaggeration. The U.S. does not dare to take its Navy through the Straits of Hormuz. And so right now it's got its oldest nuclear battleship, the Enterprise, I think it's called. And it's just there waiting to get blown up in a false flag operation to start a war with Iran. Because they're cowards, and those are the tactics. They're outgunned cowards, and those are the tactics that they have to resort to. And they just got this new fancy pants stealth, ship, and China just said, hey, all we'd have to do is send out some fishing boats with explosives on them, and boom, there's $7 billion at the bottom of the ocean. Yeah. China. I've got a feeling about China. Okay, I gotta move on. I'm just gonna comment on Vladimir Putin. The Russian, this is from The Guardian. Vladimir Putin presses EU on visas but holds firm on Syria. The Russian President Vladimir Putin has said the European Union must ditch its stereotypes about Russia and called for swift progress on visa-free travel between his country and the EU at a summit overshadowed by the crisis in Syria. But he's holding firm on Syria. He's not going along with the game plan on doing a Libya on Syria. And he's a high degree black belt in judo, and having done jiu-jitsu, I can tell you that if you're a person of bad character, it doesn't matter how badass you are, they will not advance you. To become a high degree black belt in judo, you must demonstrate that you are a person of high caliber. Your character must be very high caliber, not just your skills. And so I'm looking at this picture of Putin in between European Commission President Jose Manuel Barroso and European Council President Herman van Rompuy at the Russia-EU summit outside St. Petersburg. And there's Putin. Putin, he's a real deal. And then left, to the right of Putin, there's Barroso, looking like a confused clown who can't find his makeup. And to Putin's left, Van Rompuy, looking like a guy who just spilled SpaghettiOs all over his wife beater, and he's just stood up and he's looking around. He doesn't know what to do. And he's badly dressed. And it just occurs to me, I'm used to hating these characters, but looking at this photo, it's like they're just pathetic. I feel sorry for them because they're going to get gobbled. Okay, coming up on my time limit. Far gone, over and out.